So now with glazing, again, this is the medium that I use, half stand oil and linseed oil. If you don't have stand oil, you can just use linseed oil, but wait a longer time, maybe 10 days or more, just to be on the safe side. And then I just wanted to show you, so this is your white, that white portion. But because you applied it earlier when it was, we did it wet on wet. So you can actually bring up that white even further. So this is titanium white. And I'll show you how bright you can even go. See, even with just a very, very light touch of that titanium white. I don't know if that made a difference in the screen, but here it does. So this is the titanium white that I have. This was the whitest that I got when I was doing wet on wet. But now, see, you can even go whiter because the surface has dried and it's allowing you to add more opaque passages. So when you do glazing, it's actually either, you can, okay, glazing is actually adding transparent layers, okay? So when you say, when I work with opaque white, it's opaque, yes, but because you apply it thinly, it's like working with transparent paint as well, because you apply it thinly and you mix it with medium. So you're able to apply transparent layers over the existing ones, and that will allow you to achieve even more depth. So let's say I want to add a glaze of the violet. Here, I can do that. And I'm able to bring in more, put more depth there. So when you do your glazing, you're able to achieve more depth and more luminosity to your painting, even this. Or even if you want to just correct values, you can do that. So if I want to add a bit more highlight there, I can do that now because the painting has dried and I'm able to work more on that. So transparent glazes is what you do for glazing, either transparent glazes or scumbling with a thick paint. Now, if I want to fix these edges here. So when you do the glazing part, it's not really, you don't repair what you've already done. You're sort of just enhancing it if you want to enhance it further. But don't think of the glazing part as a means to repair, because your painting should already be in place before you do the glazing part, before you allow it to dry. So it's merely maybe adjusting values, adjusting tonal values, enhancing depth and enhancing luminosity. That's what you try to achieve when you do your glazing. Okay, so for example, this red onion, if I want to get a brighter red to that, I can glaze a thin coat of red. That gives me more vibrancy, that gives me more punch. Okay, so those things you are able to achieve only, for example, this one too. See, just a bit of a red there. It brings out that shine more. It gives me more.
Yeah, it works. It works really nicely on the tomatoes, doesn't it?
Yes,
it's that depth.
Yes, it gives you more depth. So that's what you get to achieve when you're doing the glazing part. Okay, so it's just that very, very short demo of what you can do to further enhance your paintings if you feel you need to.